Right now, your dog is observing you, and there is one specific thing they have been attempting to communicate to you silently every single day that most owners never truly figure out. What you are about to learn in the next few minutes will completely change the way you perceive every moment you share with your dog. If your dog means everything to you and you want to truly understand what is happening inside them, you will want to be here for this. Stay until the very last sign because sign number 7 is the one that will impact you in a place you were not expecting. Let's talk about something that almost no one in the dog world takes seriously enough. Not the tail wag, not the excited jump when you walk through the door. Those are real, but they are surface level. What we are talking about today goes much deeper than that. These are the 7 rare signs that your dog has not just bonded with you, they have chosen you as their ultimate soulmate. And there is a very specific difference between a dog that loves you and a dog that has decided you are their person forever. Do you know which one yours has done? Keep watching because the answer is in this video. The slow, deliberate sigh your dog releases when they settle beside you. You've heard it. Your dog walks over, circles once or twice, lies down next to you, and then lets out a long, deep exhale. Not a pant, not a sound of effort, a sigh, slow and complete, like something inside them just let go. Most people smile at this and move on. They have no idea they just witnessed something that researchers in animal behavior consider one of the most meaningful emotional signals a dog can produce. Here is the science behind it. Dogs, like humans, carry physical tension in their bodies when they are in a state of psychological alert. Their muscles stay slightly engaged. Their breathing stays slightly elevated. Their nervous system stays slightly active, ready to respond to whatever the environment demands. That is not stress in the clinical sense. It is simply vigilance, and it is the default state for most dogs most of the time. But when a dog transitions into genuine safety, when their brain registers that the environment around them is not just neutral, but truly secure, something happens physiologically. The tension releases, the muscles soften, the breathing deepens, and that sigh is the sound of that release happening in real time. Research from the University of Helsinki on canine emotional states found that dogs show measurable differences in physiological arousal depending on the social presence of their primary attachment figure. In plain terms, your dog's body responds differently to being near you than to being near anyone else. And that response is not learned behavior. It is not trained. It is biological. It is what happens when a nervous system that has been running at a low level of alert finally receives the signal that says, you are home now. You are safe. The sigh is that signal made audible. And here is what makes this sign so rare. Your dog does not do this with everyone. Think about it. Have you ever noticed your dog sigh like that when they are near a guest in your home, near a neighbor, near someone they like but do not live with? Probably not, because this level of release only happens in the presence of the one person their nervous system has completely mapped as safe. If your dog sighs when they lie beside you, they are not just resting. They are telling you something. They are saying the only place I fully exhale is here next to you. Keep watching because sign number 2 is something that has been studied in a laboratory, and what they found will change the way you look at your dog forever. Your dog holds eye contact with you, not to ask for something, but simply to see you. Most dog owners know their dog looks at them when they want food, when they want to go outside, when they want something. That is one kind of eye contact. But there is another kind, and if you have experienced it, you already know exactly what I am describing. You are not doing anything remarkable. You are sitting on the couch or standing in the kitchen or reading, and you look up and your dog is already looking at you. Not anxiously, not with that urgent, wide-eyed want, just looking softly, steadily, with something in their eyes that is harder to name but impossible to miss. That moment has a biological explanation, and it is extraordinary. A landmark study published in Science in 2015, led by Japanese researcher Takafumi Kikusui, found that when dogs and their owners engage in mutual gaze, when they look into each other's eyes, both experience a significant rise in oxytocin levels. Oxytocin is the hormone most associated with social bonding, trust, and love in mammals. It is released between mothers and infants, between people in loving relationships, and as this research proved, between dogs and their chosen humans during sustained eye contact. What makes this remarkable is that this oxytocin loop, where looking at each other causes both parties to bond more deeply, was previously thought to be unique to human social relationships. Dogs broke that assumption entirely. But here is the part that separates this sign from ordinary behavior. The oxytocin loop only activates strongly when the eye contact is mutual, sustained, and not driven by a need. When your dog stares at you because they want something, that is a request. When your dog gazes at you for no reason at all, that is connection. That is your dog choosing to look at the one face in the world that makes their brain release a hormone associated with love. Dogs do not do this with strangers. They do not do this with people they simply tolerate. They do this with their person. The next time your dog catches your eye for no apparent reason, hold it. Do not look away quickly. Because what is happening in that moment is not just a look. It is a biological exchange that has been documented in science and felt in the chest of every person who has ever truly loved a dog. Stay with me. Sign number 3 involves something your dog brings you, and what it actually means will completely reframe the gesture. Your dog brings you their most prized possession, not to play, but simply to give it to you. Picture this. Your dog trots over with a toy in their mouth, but they do not drop it and step back, waiting for you to throw it. They do not shake it or dance around with it. They just walk up to you, stand there holding it gently, and look at you. Sometimes they place it in your lap and simply sit. No game, no request, just the offering itself. This behavior confuses owners all the time, and almost all of them misread it. Here is what is actually happening. In the social world of dogs, objects of high value are not shared casually. A dog's most treasured toy, the one they protect, the one they carry to their resting spot, the one they choose when they need comfort, is not an object they give away thoughtlessly. When a dog brings that specific item to a specific person without the intention of triggering play, researchers in canine social cognition interpret this as a gift behavior, a deliberate, voluntary transfer of something meaningful. Studies on canine object-directed social behavior have found that dogs are more likely to present objects to individuals they are strongly bonded to during moments of high positive emotion. Reunion after separation being the most common trigger. The dog is not playing. They are communicating. They are saying, "This is the thing I value most, and I want you to have it because you matter more." Think about that for a moment. Your dog, an animal whose entire world fits inside your home, has one or two things they truly treasure. And they are bringing that thing to you not because you asked, not because there is a reward on the other side, but because in that moment giving you the thing they love most feels like the right way to express something they cannot say in words. This is not a trick. This is not a trained behavior. This is a dog doing what dogs do when they are in the presence of the one person they have chosen above all others. Watch for this, and the next time it happens, do not immediately throw the toy. Hold it for a moment. Let the gesture breathe because what just happened is much bigger than fetch, and it is nothing compared to sign number 4. Sign number 4 is the one that most owners feel every single day and still do not fully understand. Do not skip ahead. Your dog physically leans against you, not to be petted, but to anchor themselves to you. You are standing in the kitchen. You are talking to someone. You are just existing in a room. And at some point you feel it, a warm, solid weight pressing against the side of your leg. Your dog has walked over, positioned themselves against your body, and is simply leaning. They are not jumping. They are not pawing at you. They are not asking for attention with their eyes. They are just there, pressed into you, still. This is called the lean behavior, and it is one of the most underestimated signals in all of canine communication. To understand what it means, you need to understand what dogs instinctively seek when the world feels big. In the social structure of dogs, physical contact with a trusted companion is one of the primary ways they regulate their own emotional state. It is not metaphorical. When a dog makes physical contact with their attachment figure, their cortisol levels, the biological marker of stress, measurably decrease. Research published in the journal Hormones and Behavior confirm that physical contact between dogs and their primary owners produces a significant reduction in stress hormones in the dog within minutes. But here is the detail most people miss. The lean is not random physical contact. A dog who leans against you has made a very specific choice. They have come to you out of every place in the room, out of every surface in every corner. And they have chosen your body as the thing they want to be pressed against. Not because you called them, not because you offered anything, because in that moment, you are what makes them feel grounded. You are their anchor. In situations where a dog feels slightly uncertain, a new environment, a sound they did not recognize, a gathering with unfamiliar people, the lean becomes even more significant. Watch a dog in a mildly stressful situation when their person is nearby. They will find their way to that person's leg and press. Not to hide, not out of fear, out of calibration. They are checking in with the one signal that their nervous system fully trusts. If your dog leans on you, they are not being clingy. They are showing you that you are the most stabilizing presence in their world. You are the thing that makes the world make sense. We still have 3 signs left. And sign number 5 is one that happens while you are both asleep, which means most owners have never even noticed it. Keep watching. Your dog wakes during the night only to check that you are still there. This one is quiet. It happens in the dark. Most people sleep through it entirely. But if you have ever been a light sleeper and shared a bed or a room with your dog, you may have noticed it. Somewhere in the middle of the night, your dog stirs. Not because they need water, not because they heard something outside. They lift their head, turn toward you, and either sniff the air in your direction, touch their nose briefly to your hand or your arm, or simply look at you for a few seconds before dropping their head back down and returning to sleep. And then it happens again, maybe twice, maybe 3 times through the night. This behavior has a name in animal behavioral science. It is called a proximity check, and it is a documented feature of secure attachment in social mammals. It has been observed in dogs who share sleeping environments with their primary bonded humans. And what it reveals about the nature of canine attachment is profound. Sleep, as we discussed in the context of the sigh, is the state of maximum vulnerability. Every living animal that sleeps is exposed during that period, and the biological instinct of a deeply bonded social animal, even in deep rest, is to periodically verify that the one they are bonded to is still present. Your dog is not having nightmares. They are not being neurotic. Their sleeping brain is running a system that has been shaped by tens of thousands of years of social evolution. A system that says, the one I am bonded to is the one I need to be near, and it checks even in the dark. Research from studies on canine attachment and sleep behavior has shown that dogs classified as securely attached to their owners show different nighttime behavioral patterns compared to dogs with anxious or avoidant attachment styles. Securely attached dogs are more likely to rest peacefully for long stretches, but engage in brief, calm proximity checks, not frantic searching, just a quiet confirming. If your dog checks on you at night, it is not something to train away. It is one of the most ancient expressions of trust that an animal is capable of producing. They are making sure their world is still intact. Sign number 6 is something that seems trivial the first time you notice it, but once you understand what it actually signals, you will never see it the same way again. Your dog yawns when you yawn. Test this right now or the next time you are sitting with your dog. Look at them, let out a slow, visible yawn, and watch what happens. Many dog owners who have never thought about this before are about to have a moment of recognition because there is a very good chance your dog has yawned back at you and you thought nothing of it. Here is why you should. Contagious yawning is one of the most studied phenomena in the field of social cognition, and for years it was considered a uniquely human behavior. The reason it is contagious at all is not because of boredom or tiredness. It is because of empathy. Neurologically, contagious yawning is linked to the same systems in the brain responsible for reading and mirroring the emotional states of others. It is in its most basic form a biological expression of social attunement. Then researchers started studying whether dogs yawn contagiously in response to humans, and what they found changed how we understand the canine mind. A study published in the journal PLOS One found that dogs do yawn contagiously in response to human yawns. And critically, they are significantly more likely to do so in response to their owner's yawn than to a stranger's yawn. The bond matters. The familiarity matters. A dog who has not chosen you will not yawn when you yawn. A dog who has their nervous system is so deeply attuned to yours that they mirror your states automatically without thinking, without training. This is not a party trick. This is empathy. Measurable, documentable, biological empathy. When your dog yawns because you did, something in their brain registered your state and echoed it back to you. They felt you, not the way humans feel each other, but in a way that is entirely their own and entirely real. The animal lying next to you right now may understand your emotional state more accurately than most of the humans in your life. Think about that. And now we are at sign number 7, the one I told you to stay for. The one that is going to land differently than everything else in this video. Your dog watches you leave with calm eyes. This one seems wrong at first. Most people assume that the more a dog loves them, the more distressed they will be at separation. The more they cry, the more they pace, the more they press themselves against the door. Surely that is the truest love. Surely that is the dog that has chosen you most deeply. But the science tells a completely different story, and understanding it will change how you see your dog's behavior at the door forever. What you just described, the crying, the scratching, the frantic energy at departure, is not a sign of deep bond. It is a sign of insecure attachment. It is a dog who loves you but does not trust that you will come back. A dog whose nervous system, despite their love, has not received enough consistent evidence that separation is temporary and safe. Now picture a different dog. You pick up your keys, you put on your coat, you say goodbye, and your dog walks with you to the door, sits down, looks at you, not frantically, not desperately, and holds your gaze with something in their eyes that is quiet and certain. Maybe they place their chin on their paws as you step out. Maybe they watch you go without a sound. That dog has achieved something remarkable. That dog has reached the highest level of emotional security that exists in the canine attachment system. Researchers studying canine separation behavior have found that dogs classified as securely attached to their primary owner show fewer distress behaviors upon departure. Not because they care less, but because they have received enough consistent, reliable love that their nervous system has internalized a truth. This person always comes back. I do not need to panic. I can wait because waiting always ends the same way. The calm goodbye look is not indifference. It is the opposite of indifference. It is a dog who has decided based on everything you have built together that you are the most trustworthy being they have ever encountered. They are not frantic because they are not afraid, and they are not afraid because you have never given them reason to be. That look is trust in its purest form. It is a dog saying, "Go. I know you are coming back. I will be here." Now look back at everything we covered together. The relief sigh that only comes in your presence. The soft gaze that triggers the same love hormone in both of you. The precious toy offered not as an invitation to play, but as a gift. The lean that turns your body into their emotional anchor. The nighttime checks that prove their sleeping mind still searches for you. The yawn that mirrors your state because their nervous system is tuned to yours. And that quiet look at the door that tells you they trust you with every part of their animal heart. These are not random behaviors. They are not coincidences. They are a language your dog has been speaking to you consistently and completely every single day. And now you know what it says. They did not just bond with you, they chose you. Out of every person they could have anchored to, out of every lap they could have leaned against, out of every pair of eyes they could have gazed into, they chose you. That is not something you train into a dog. That is something a dog decides, and your dog has decided. If this gave you something, a moment of recognition, a shift in how you see the animal that is probably lying somewhere near you right now, share this video with someone who loves their dog and deserves to hear it. We are here every week helping you understand the creature that gave you their one life without hesitation. They chose you. The least we can do is understand them. Tell me in the comments, which one of these 7 signs does your dog show you? When did you first know they had chosen you? I read every single comment, and I want to hear your story. If these signs changed how you look at the loyal companion by your side, Please subscribe and like this video. We are uncovering the profound emotional world that they have been trying to share with you. Honor the bond you have built. The next revelation of their heart will be opened soon.